Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into the latest from the financial world. Hong Kong stocks had a tiny wobble, down just 0.1%, after the U.S. Federal Reserve hinted at future rate cuts, but didn't exactly set the market on fire. Meanwhile, in a move to support local lending and borrowing, Hong Kong's de facto central bank, HKMA, cut its base rate for the first time this year, aligning with the U.S. Fed's easing signals. It's a sign that Hong Kong is trying to keep the economy flexible amid ongoing global uncertainties. And for something a bit more glamorous, Swiss luxury watchmaker Richard Mille has just unveiled its latest masterpiece, the RM035-03 Automatic Rafael Nadal. This watch is not just about telling time, it features a groundbreaking butterfly rotor that lets you control winding speed, crafted from cutting-edge materials like Quartz TPT. It's a perfect blend of sports innovation and high-tech luxury, inspired by Nadal's on-court agility and resilience. Truly a marvel for watch enthusiasts and tennis fans alike. That's all for today's quick roundup. Please continue to stay tuned for more detailed stories and updates. According to South China Morning Post, Hong Kong stocks experienced a slight dip as the market remained cautious following the Federal Reserve's signals on a conservative approach to future rate cuts. The Hang Seng Index fell 0.1%, despite earlier gains, with tech giants like Tencent and Haier experiencing declines, while some companies such as Baidu and Pop Mart managed to rally. The U.S. Federal Reserve's recent quarter-point rate cut, which was largely anticipated, was accompanied by a cautious outlook that dampened investor enthusiasm, highlighting concerns that the Fed is not yet committed to a significantly lower interest rate path. Meanwhile, in the Asia-Pacific region, markets like Japan and South Korea posted gains, but Australia's S&P ASX 200 declined. A notable development was the rally of Semiconductor Manufacturing International, which surged 7.2% amid reports that China's regulators are encouraging domestic chip production to reduce reliance on NVIDIA chips, signaling a strategic move towards technological independence and a decoupling from Western semiconductor ecosystems. In the same report, the South China Morning Post detailed Hong Kong's monetary policy adjustments, with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, cutting the base rate for the first time this year to 4.5%, aligning with the U.S. Federal Reserve's rate reduction. This move aims to ease funding costs and support the local economy amid signs of a slowing U.S. labor market and rising inflation. The rate cut, the first since December 2022, is part of a broader expectation that the Fed will implement two more similar cuts this year. The decision influences Hong Kong's banking sector, with major banks expected to follow suit by reducing their prime lending rates, which could benefit the property market by lowering mortgage interest rates. Despite the rate cuts, some experts caution that the overall impact on Hong Kong's economy may be limited, especially as economic activity slows in mainland China and tariff effects become more pronounced. The interbank rates, such as HIBOR, have increased recently due to HKMA's interventions to maintain the dollar peg, but the overall environment remains cautiously optimistic about the potential for long-term growth. In the world of high-end horology, Richard Mille's collaboration with Rafael Nadal exemplifies a perfect fusion of sports and technological innovation. The luxury watchmaker has crafted timepieces that push the boundaries of engineering and materials science, epitomized by the RM035-03 Automatic Rafael Nadal. This watch features a groundbreaking butterfly rotor mechanism, which allows the wearer to control winding engagement, mimicking the control and precision of athletic performance. The use of cutting-edge materials like Quartz TPT, woven from ultrafine silica filaments, underscores the brand's commitment to combining durability with aesthetic beauty, resulting in a watch that is as much a feat of science as it is a statement of style. These creations are not just accessories but symbols of relentless pursuit of excellence, inspired by the high-performance demands of Nadal's tennis career. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post highlights the ongoing debate about the role of cafes as communal spaces in modern society. Dinner, a Nordic-style cafe in Shenzhen, recently faced criticism for its "no laptops on weekends" policy, which aims to foster a relaxed environment and promote human connection over digital distraction. The policy reflects a broader philosophy that values genuine social interactions and mental well-being, rather than the endless hours of remote work that often dominate contemporary cafes. The author recounts a personal experience at a favorite local cafe, where the quiet, laptop-filled space contrasted sharply with the lively, social atmosphere he hoped to find. This tension between commercial interests and the desire for authentic community spaces underscores the delicate balancing act faced by independent businesses trying to stay true to their values while navigating the realities of a digital age. In Hong Kong, the government's ambitious reform blueprint, as reported by the SCMP, demonstrates a strategic effort to revitalize the city amid mounting internal and external challenges. Chief Executive John Lee's comprehensive policy address emphasizes accelerating development projects, streamlining bureaucratic procedures, and attracting strategic enterprises through incentives like land grants and tax benefits. The focus extends beyond economic growth to include social welfare initiatives, such as measures to boost fertility and improve healthcare, amid concerns over an aging population. Lee's vision underscores a resilient city leveraging its unique one country, two systems governance model, with a focus on innovation, efficiency, and long-term sustainability. While these policies aim to lay a solid foundation for future prosperity, critics remain cautious, urging swift and tangible results to address immediate hardships faced by residents and ensure that the city's transformation benefits all segments of society. Associated Press reports on the remarkable story of Hong Kong's urban environment becoming a sanctuary for the critically endangered yellow-crested cockatoos, native to Indonesia and East Timor. These snow-white birds, with their striking yellow crests, are now making their homes among the city's skyscrapers, where natural nesting sites have diminished due to typhoons and urban tree trimming. Conservationists have responded by installing artificial nest boxes that mimic natural tree hollows, with early success seen when a pair of cockatoos settled into a box at the University of Hong Kong. This innovative effort aims to bolster the city's small population, which constitutes about 10% of the global wild population, and highlights how urban spaces can coexist with wildlife, offering hope for the species' survival amidst threats like habitat loss, illegal pet trade, and climate change. The story underscores the importance of human intervention and the potential for cities to serve as refuges for endangered species, with ongoing research and community involvement vital to this conservation success. South China Morning Post detailed the tragic fire at a village animal breeding facility in Yunlong, where a malfunctioning air conditioner ignited a blaze that claimed the lives of over 20 dogs and 4 cats. Firefighters battled the flames with urgency, rescuing 34 animals in the process, but the inferno underscored the vulnerability of pet owners and animal facilities in Hong Kong. The incident, caused by what preliminary investigations suggest was a short circuit, reveals the risks associated with inadequate safety measures in such structures. The event not only evokes sympathy for the lost animals but also raises questions about fire safety standards and the need for stricter regulation and oversight in facilities housing vulnerable animals. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of vigilance in safeguarding the well-being of pets and the people who care for them. The same publication also explores Hong Kong's ambitious political and economic plans under Chief Executive John Lee, who outlined a broad vision for the city's future. His policy address emphasizes accelerating the development of the northern metropolis, a massive project aimed at transforming Hong Kong into a hub of innovation, technology, and integration with mainland China. Lee's hands-on approach, including his self-appointed role as the project's leader, aims to turn this vision into reality, although experts caution that many initiatives will take years to materialize and depend on future administrations. Additionally, Lee's focus on strengthening Hong Kong's financial services, such as establishing an international gold trading hub and inviting mainland banks to set up headquarters, reflects efforts to solidify the city's global economic position amidst geopolitical tensions. His innovative ideas extend to nurturing the pet economy, developing a yacht tourism industry, and encouraging birth rates through financial incentives, illustrating a comprehensive strategy to revitalize and diversify Hong Kong's economy and society. However, analysts note that fiscal constraints and political dynamics may challenge the swift implementation of these ambitious plans, marking the beginning of a long-term journey toward transformation. South China Morning Post reports on Seb Bryan, Hong Kong's rugby star, who has overcome a devastating ACL injury that nearly ended his career. His injury occurred during a match against Brazil last July, where he scored a match-winning try despite limping off in pain. After months of recovery, Bryan managed to balance his athletic comeback with entrepreneurial pursuits, founding a golf products business and completing a career readiness program. His determination is fueled by the desire to elevate Hong Kong's rugby status on the world stage, especially as the team faces tougher qualification routes this year. Bryan's story is one of resilience and reinvention, demonstrating how personal setbacks can be transformed into motivation for future success, with the hope of participating in Hong Kong's first Rugby World Cup in 2027. Sydney Morning Herald details the ambitious rise of Sydney's nearest skyscraper, a $35 million hotel at 410 Pitt Street, which extends the global trend of ultra-thin towers. The tower, dubbed a pencil tower, stretches over 110 meters on a tiny 345 square meter site, challenging engineering boundaries with its slender 1:17 ratio. While architects celebrate its innovative design and contribution to Sydney's skyline, local residents express concern over potential impacts on views, sunlight, privacy, and property values. The project has faced opposition, especially regarding modifications like increasing height and installing public access features atop the building, which residents fear could lead to noise and disruption. Nonetheless, approval was granted, emphasizing that the design remains largely consistent with original plans, and the tower exemplifies how rising land values and engineering advances continue to push the limits of urban skyscraper design. The Sydney Morning Herald also covers the financial and political saga surrounding Huang Xiangma, an exiled billionaire whose assets in Australia are frozen due to tax debts and restrictions following his residency revocation on character grounds. His lavish Mossman home, once a hub of political activity and influence, is now on the rental market for $8,000 a week, while Huang and his wife have shifted their residence to a luxury mansion in Hong Kong. Despite legal constraints preventing him from selling his Sydney property, Huang continues to generate income from it, illustrating the complex interplay of wealth, politics, and legal restrictions. Meanwhile, political operative Alex Dalgleish has re-emerged in the public eye, joining a lobbying firm after the electoral upheaval that ousted Dutton's team. His return signals ongoing shifts in political strategy and influence, highlighting the interconnected worlds of politics, business, and legal entanglements in Australia's high-stakes landscape. South China Morning Post vividly recounts Jeffrey Andrews' transformative journey from a troubled youth entangled in gangs to a dedicated grassroots leader. Growing up in Hong Kong's working-class districts, Andrews faced relentless discrimination as an ethnic minority, which drove him into the embrace of gangs seeking acceptance. His turning point came at 18 when a social worker named Fermi Wong intervened during his arrest, offering him hope and a second chance. Inspired by her compassion, Andrews committed himself to social work, aiming to serve marginalized communities like his own. Today, he channels his experiences into meaningful initiatives, including the establishment of the Diversity Hub, fostering dialogue and understanding among Hong Kong's diverse ethnic groups, and actively advocating for minority representation in politics. His story underscores the importance of community-led change, emphasizing grassroots efforts and personal resilience in transforming society's perceptions and realities. The South China Morning Post also details Israel's groundbreaking development of the iron beam laser weapon, a technological leap in missile defense. This 100-kilowatt laser system, developed by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and Elbit Systems, has successfully intercepted drones, rockets, and mortars in rigorous testing, promising a cheaper, more precise alternative to traditional missile systems. Israel plans to integrate Iron Beam into its existing Iron Dome shield, enhancing its multi-layered defense against relentless threats from Hamas and other adversaries. The system's affordability, each interception costing less than $5, could revolutionize global military strategies, especially amid ongoing conflicts that have devastated Gaza and heightened Israel's security concerns. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu highlights this innovation as a crucial step toward technological independence, reflecting Israel's urgent pursuit of advanced, cost-effective defense solutions in a volatile geopolitical landscape. The South China Morning Post reports on the U.S. Federal Reserve's first interest rate cut of 2025, a strategic move influenced by slowing employment growth and inflation concerns under President Donald Trump's administration. The Fed reduced rates by 25 basis points, signaling a cautious approach amid economic uncertainties, with policymakers projecting 2 additional cuts this year. The decision, supported by most members of the Federal Open Market Committee, was marked by the absence of a larger 50 basis point cut favored by new Fed Governor Stephen Miron, a Trump appointee. The move reflects the delicate balancing act faced by the Fed as it navigates inflation pressures from tariffs and a weakening jobs market. Despite maintaining its economic growth forecast, the Fed's decision underscores the complex interplay between supporting employment and controlling inflation, set against a backdrop of political pressures and ongoing trade tensions. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
News breaks, buzz the ground, stories spit, walls come down. Voices merge in the sound, faces mix in the crowd. Broadcasters paint the scene, world events on our screen. Every link a different theme, words collide in the stream. 6 degrees connect the dots, background stories more than nuts. Hear the voices rise a lot, truth unveils in every spot. Cultures clash across the globe, spin the threads in a stroke. Every story wears a robe, truth and lies in their code. Journalistic wielding, secrets that they don't see. Every angle they repeat, in the news we take a lead. New perspectives day by day, hidden truths come to play. In the background shades of gray, every story finds its way. its way. Cultures, I go. What really or not. What enough to be you, everything and ever. What enough enough to what enough enough to what enough 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 enough